Hello everyone. I came back with very interesting entity today. So I just want to show you a MRI cervical and thoracic spine of a 10-year-old that presented with back pain and some sort of weakness. So when we look at these cervical and thoracic spine MRI, basically, first of all, we need to figure out what type of sequence we are dealing with. So here, this sequence that I'm showing you guys, this is a stair sequence, and the reason I know that because all the fat, as you see, are all suppressed. So this is the fat suppressed sequence, and this is a stair sequence, and everything that is bright or lighting up is going to be abnormal. So this is a stair sequence. When you look at this, there are like some areas of like abnormal signal, but these are all usually artifacts, specifically in the key that I cannot stay still that much in the scanner. So and this is a CSF low artifact. They're just going to ignore that. But if you look at the spinal cord at the mid-thoracic level, this is just about a T1810 level. We see some smooth indentation of the dorsal aspect of the cord right here. So see that everything right there is just going to be CSF iso-intense. As you see, it's all bright. So let's look at it on other sequences. This is again a thoracic spine, cervical, and thoracic spine MRI, as you see, and this is a T2 sequence. And then the difference between this one and the other one that I just showed is the like fat brightness, as you see. So this is a regular T2 sequence. Again, we see the same thing here, a smooth indentation in the posterior aspect of the cord. There is some sort of lesion here that is just exerting mass effect, and it's very smooth, as you see here. Okay, so we look at the T2, T1. So far we have the lesion that is T2 bright. Let's look at a T1 sequence. This is T1 because the CSF is dark inside and then the fat is bright. So again, as you see here, there is a smooth indentation of the posterior aspect in the same area, but now it's just T1 dark. So basically this is a lesion that we are dealing with is all iso-intense to CSF. Okay, now we have to look at the post-contrast. This is another thing that we have to make sure that the lesion is enhancing or not in order to make a good differential diagnosis. So again, as you see here, we don't have any abnormal enhancement, just like again, lesion is just completely iso-intense with the CSF. So we are dealing with some sort of lesion that is just doesn't have any specific like walls around it. It's not very well defined, but we see just some sort of mass effect and indentation on dorsal aspects of the core, and that's how we know that there is a mass there basically. If you look at the actual sequence, you see that. So the thoracic spine and thoracic cord is usually a little bit ventral displaced, but the way that we can differentiate is there really a mass there or is just normal displacement of the thoracic cord is by indentation and mass effect on dorsal aspects of the cord. So let's look at this spinal cord. When we just scroll down, we just come down, you see that it's just very smooth appearance, well-rounded appearance of the cord. This is normal appearance, but when we come down to the level that I just showed you, you see that the posterior aspect of the cord is just getting flattened. So it means that there is something here that exerts mass effect and is just causing ventral displacement of the thoracic cord at this level, which was basically T8, T10 level. And we already know that this was not enhancing. So when you see such a thing or such indentation, there are basically three differential diagnoses. So we are dealing either with thoracic web, thoracic arachnoid cyst, or ventral cord herniation. So this appearance is just very well a smooth like indentation and looks like there is something here that is just exerting mass effect. It was not enhancing. It's a very good look for arachnoid cyst. When we have arachnoid web, I want to show you another example of arachnoid web in the next video. Make sure to follow that one as well. It has a very sharp indentation over here. It usually have some abnormal signal because of mass effect here, but I will show you that one. So that's the scalpel sign that is just differentiate this entity from arachnoid web. And the other one is thoracic cord herniation. Thoracic cord herniation, basically we just have some defect here in the dura that causes thoracic cord herniation. In that situation, usually there is no space between the thoracic cord and then ventral aspects of the thecal sac. You see that there is a silver CSF still here, so it's not completely gone. So that's another differentiation between this entity and ventral cord herniation. So remember, when you see something that is CSF iso-intense, we always have these three differentials, and the way we figure out based on the morphology, based on the appearance on the MRI, sometimes we do basically CT myelogram to see how the things usually looking on CT myelogram, and that's the best way basically to differentiate these entities. So remember that very interesting finding in the thoracic spine with these three differentials, either arachnoid cyst or arachnoid web or ventral cord herniation. So make sure to follow me on the next video to show you a very nice example of the arachnoid web or thoracic web. Thank you for listening to me, and I'll see you shortly on the next video. Make sure to follow me and just subscribe to just see more videos. Thank you.